Hey guys, welcome to Access's The Bachelorette, the morning after. I'm here with Kendall Long and Grocery Store Joe Amabile. Amabile, right?
Amabile.
Amabile.
But that was still pretty good.
Thank you. We are going to break down sweaty sauna scenes.
Oh yeah.
Luke and his bad word choice, but what else is new? And all the Jed cheating allegations. All right, guys, so we moved past that boring episode and basically pressed reset this week. It was like a fresh new Hannah. She seemed drunk the entire time, and I loved it.
I think she needed it. She needed that after that whole crazy recap week of like all the negativity, and so I feel like this week, especially with the group date, was a lot more positive.
Oh my gosh, she had so much fun on that group date. The shot of moonshine going into it made the entire day just like everything was fun to her.
And also, I think cheese was involved in a lot of food.
She loved the cheese and
That's
the food,
like a Joe date.
Yep,
I spent the first half of the episode Googling where that place was. I kept thinking they were on Lafayette Street in New Orleans.
Oh,
like,
you're like, no, Joe, it's quite a flight.
We'll go for
Not
it.
a day trip. So yeah, let's start at the beginning. We have our first date with Garrett. Could not believe that they were actually naked. So when I saw the previews last week, I was like, they're definitely not naked. She's got something on. They're playing a trick with a camera.
That's
like,
totally what I thought, too.
Right? Like that one shot that we got in the teaser, I thought looked naked, but we were going to find out that they weren't. They were going to wear bathing suits. Do you think they were actually naked?
I think they were
Had the
naked.
bra, and then she slipped that bra off. So I was thinking, oh, she has a bra. She's not naked. She probably has little undies on. And then she like slipped that little bra out and like put her little bare chest against him.
And then they were showing the thigh area to try to show that they didn't have anything on, unless it was like a tiny thong, like G-string type thing.
I mean, do you think he had underwear on? I mean, you didn't see.
We didn't see them take off their underwear, though.
Like, I wonder how that would be for a guy being naked bungee jumping.
He was probably flapping all over the place.
He was really uncomfortable. Like, ow, right? Wouldn't that hurt?
Yeah, I would think it would hurt. I mean, I would feel very uncomfortable. I want to be. No, I want to be.
If boxer briefs, so like a good strong like sports.
I don't think I would ever. I don't think I would ever bungee jump. But if I did, I would definitely want to wear like
I would totally
tighter
bungee jump
underwear,
with you.
like more like a spandex underwear, just to be like, because I don't want it.
Tuck
Just,
all the goodies in.
Yeah.
all over the place.
Let's assume that they were naked. I agree with Hannah when she tells Luke that it's not his place to say what she does with her body, especially now. I mean, if they were married or if they were exclusive, totally has more impact. He gets to have more input, right? But But yeah, I don't think he had the right to say anything here. Of course, it's going to internally hurt him, though. And I think it probably internally hurt everyone, even Tyler, who seemed pretty cool with it.
Yeah, I think he was justified in feeling hurt. You were justified in feeling any way you need to feel. But how you react to it, I think.
I think I don't really blame him.
Yeah,
because I'm like, you know what? If he's uncomfortable with it, because it's obviously he's into her. So if you're into somebody and you know they're naked with someone else, it's gonna affect you. And if it doesn't, I feel like then are you really into her?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are gonna look at this and be like, yeah, Hannah has every right to do with what she wants with her body, and like, go Hannah, blah, blah, blah. But then if you think back on my season, Chris Soules took a nap with Britt, and they left the cameras, and they just closed the doors to his bedroom, and they took a nap. But we all flipped out. They could have and probably were clothed the entire time, but we were allowed to freak out at that.
Yeah. Exactly. I think if Luke P didn't freak out, then we would do the freaking out for him.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Then it'd be like,
almost.
Why isn't anybody freaking out? These guys must not like her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At least he's being honest. At least he's like, you know what? I didn't like it.
I think the way he worded it.
It's the way he worded it. It was not good.
Like saying the whole bonehead comment, but he could have worded it a lot better. I think he spoke purely out of emotion, which could have been why he said some things that were also boneheaded himself.
Yeah.
But he made that up for himself at the end.
He did. I will give him credit. For the first time, he was able to be like, I made a mistake. This was the mistake I meant. And he was able to express his mistakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the second scene, fine. The first scene, he made some bad language choices.
And now I just feel like he's the scapegoat for every single time a cocktail party goes wrong or everything that goes wrong with Hannah. I think everyone just completely automatically blames Luke.
Yes. I think that in this case, even though we didn't get to see the rose ceremony, she just definitely knows who's leaving. I mean, we have no idea, but I'm going to call it and say it's probably Dylan and Devin.
Yeah.
They get no airtime. They've never gotten a rose or a one-on-one, a rose early or a one-on-one date. Yeah. They're the black sheep right now.
Yeah, and then Luke also.
Luke is on.
We see him like in the future, like having some more time with Hannah.
Yeah, so we know that he's gonna probably stick around.
Yeah.
But that I think is crazy at this point. I think she's so frustrated. She's so frustrated with him week after week.
Yeah.
That it's just like, Hannah, give up.
Yeah.
You can give up now because there are other guys where it's so much easier.
I personally think Hannah, like deep down, wants to pick Luke. You know, I mean, the thing is, she wouldn't be putting herself and all the guys through something like this extensive.
Yeah.
If she didn't really, really like him and see a potential future with him. It's like when you're dating that guy that you know all your friends and family hate.
Yeah.
And you know you should break up with him, but you just don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you know, so.
Well, that's interesting because before we got on camera, you said, isn't it the guys that like frustrate you and give you the hardest time that you want to like really stick things out with the most? You guys didn't have an easy time in paradise.
We didn't.
No. No, we didn't.
Yeah. I think now we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, we should.
same here.
By now, we should have it figured out.
We also, Jared and I didn't have it figured out, and that's just an example of two very confusing, frustrating relationships. And while everybody wants to tell you to drop it, it's never going to work. Those are the ones you do want to fight for the most. So maybe that's what we're seeing with Hannah.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy atmosphere.
Right.
You know, it's just not.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's never going to be easy. And Luke's having
A hard
time. And he's not hiding it. So.
All right, so maybe one more week for Luke, but after that.
I'll give her one more week, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, she's gonna choose him if he stays on like long enough.
I feel like I know him more than I know her.
Well,
That's true.
It's unreal. It's unreal the amount of screen time he's had and how many story plot lines have revolved around him.
Well, yeah, it's literally the whole entire season seems to be about like how Luke P is handling the whole situation, and I don't know, it's unfortunate how less light is shed on Hannah and her relationships and how she's finding love, and more about Luke and how he's coping with the whole Bachelor
I
experience.
mean, look at us. We're talking about him right now.
Yeah, I know,
the
right?
entire time.
Okay, let's move on because there was something else that really stood out to me in this episode.
Yeah.
But it wasn't because of the content of the show. It was because the news that broke this week, the People Magazine exclusive. It's not a spoiler, people. People Magazine reported this, and they're the utmost reliable source. That Jed had a girlfriend. They met back in the fall, and that he was very open with her the entire time that he was going to do the show. But then he went to go do the show, said that he'd be thinking about her the entire time and that it was just for his career. Now, he was honest about it just being for his career, which I appreciate. I don't know if you guys did a couple weeks ago.
I definitely appreciated that because you don't know what you're going to get going into the show. So you feel like he just went for it, and a lot of people just go for it.
Yeah.
But the fact that he found true feelings and he owned up to his initial intention, I really thought that was brave.
But then this week, when you're watching him serenade her while she was up on the balcony, and then that bed serenade and that makeout, and him say, I am truly, without a doubt, falling in love with you. I couldn't. I was like, this scene is so ruined. Thoughts?
Well, okay, here's the thing. It's a dating show. If you are not single, you shouldn't be on the show.
Yeah.
If you're going on the show to better your career, you shouldn't do that either.
Well, because the truth's going to come out no matter what.
I mean, regardless, even if you say it, if you're like, I'm here because I want to make music, well, you shouldn't be there then.
Well, I mean, don't you think that your first and foremost goal in life for a person that's on the show should be to find their person? Like, that should be their number one want.
You should have the hope for it, and you should have the openness for it.
Your person.
Oh, you're cursing. We were actually just talking about this because
We were talking about this yesterday, that's why.
we're talking about it because I feel like it's so funny, the wwhole phrase like find your person.
Yeah.
And
Everyone kept saying it on the show yesterday. I'm like,
I look at him, I'm like, are you my person? And he's like, so yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So, I mean, like, did you guys not feel like let's play devil's advocate. You go both two ways. One, he had a girlfriend, liked the girlfriend, maybe was even falling in love with the girlfriend, and then met Hannah, said, I did this for my career, but you're more important than my career, and then met Hannah, and then said, I like you more than anything. Like, you are truly a love.
But the question I have is that technically cheating?
I think.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, in this
No,
case,
because
I think in this case it's cheating.
I would say it's cheating because
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if you find someone you really connect with, you can't control that. You can't control that connection. It just happens.
Yeah.
But her knowing that he's going on the show, knowing that he's going to be kissing Hannah, you know, going on dates with Hannah, like that is something that I'm surprised that she agreed to.
Here, if Kendall came up to me and was like, hey, you know what? There's a great opportunity. I'm going to go on another dating show. I would say, okay, well, then we're breaking up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
yeah.
plain and simple as that.
Exactly.
Do you think that that says anything about the status of their relationship? That possibly it wasn't as serious as she's making it seem, and that it was just more of like they're dating. He was up front the entire time. It ended up with being a little bit more serious than he ever intended over time.
Well,
and
she's
now
also a musician, so I feel like maybe she thought it would benefit both of their careers.
he did say in the note and verbally that she was going to be happy at the end of the day that he
Yeah.
did this.
I know. So he's the one that kind of, you know, sacrificed himself for it, and then
Yeah.
she's the one that ended up getting the short end of the stick.
I mean, here's the thing. He should go on American Idol, not The Bachelor. Bottom
Yeah.
Okay,
line. Done.
all right.
I agree.
Over.
Wrong show.
You know what, Joe?
I mean,
My devil's advocate did not pay off there because you just completely proved me wrong. There's other reality shows where
Yeah.
you can get famous for your actual talent,
Yeah.
and
that's
it'll give you a platform that's not first
Yeah.
and foremost a relationship.
look at me. I'm a dancer now.
Yeah.
Went on for love and ended up being a dancer.
That's it.
You went on Dancing with the Stars with the wrong intentions.
I did.
He didn't want to be a professional dancer.
professional
He doesn't
dancer.
really care. He really truly didn't care about that mirror ball.
Yeah. One thing I'm surprised about is I'm surprised that they're playing so much of his singing and so much of him performing
Yeah.
based off of the information that they have
I
about
know.
him trying to promote his music.
It is weird. You'd think that the Bachelor producers, knowing them, they wouldn't try to help him in that department.
Yeah, right? And so I'm surprised. They're literally just like, oh, you wrote your own song? Play the entire song in the episode.
Yeah.
Multiple different times.
We've had multiple musicians, Luke Pell and James Taylor, in
didn't
recent
get nearly
seasons,
as much.
never got to
Never.
sing. Oh my gosh, they'd
Yeah.
kill to get
I
this.
play freaking ukulele. I mean, granted, I'm not very amazing at it. I'm not as good as Jed is, but
Did you want to be a professional ukulele player?
that was my main goal for
That
getting
was
on Bachelor. was
red
to be
flag. We didn't pick up
I
about
know.
Kendall.
Sorry, Joe.
Sad.
Anyway, okay, so do you trust him when he says I'm falling in love with you?
It seems so genuine.
It does, and it's very romantic. The dude
Yeah.
has us swooning, and this scene would have been like,
so great.
if it wasn't tainted.
I know. It is unfortunate.
It's just, yeah.
How do you see it from a guy's point of view?
yeah.
I mean, I
Player?
think it's easy to lie.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, but it kind of is. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like here. If he's told his girlfriend, I'm going on here to better my career and to be a musician and everything's going to be fine, then, and it's more like an acting job, isn't that what he said? Well, then, I think it's kind of
doing a
easy
good
to
job.
be
He's
like,
used to
yeah.
performing.
I don't know.
I
I
hope
personally
he's not,
don't.
though.
I don't know him, so I can't.
Yeah.
I can't accuse him of it because I really don't know. All I could see is that he is doing a lot of performing with music. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that he's being genuine because he really does. I mean, in my opinion, he seems to be very, very genuine. So I'm hoping that he really is there for Hannah.
She's very naive, but I like to be naive as well. I'd like to think this.
Yeah.
It's interesting that one of the lyrics in his song that just blared out to me was, I'll never lie to you.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, I was thinking, did he write that song for Hannah or did he write that song for his
That's what I was thinking the whole
girlfriend?
time.
And I felt bad thinking that, but you can't help but think, like, who is this song written for? And he had to have, if he came in there intending to promote his career, then he did have to have some songs lined up and some romantic songs for Hannah. Like, knowing that was definitely something that had to happen. So, I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt just because I'm a hopeless romantic
Yeah.
and I feel like he is a good guy who it's frustrating to be in the music industry. You know, it's so competitive. So I understand his frustration with that. Then again, he should have gone on American Idol.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll go on to somebody else now.
Yeah.
Peter. Peter and her have some crazy hot, as she kept saying, chemistry. Do we think that they have it beyond the physical chemistry?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, Peter just seems kind of like a really easy guy to get along with. And I don't. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of. We haven't really. Until we get down to the nitty gritty, it's really difficult to see a lot of time. But on their one-on-one date, I saw a lot of physical. But they did seem to really have a lot of emotional connection, like at the end during the night portion.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
He has some great lines. I mean, they were.
He
I
does.
mean,
That's Spanish line.
yeah, he had some good ones. Like hooking up in a sauna, like in you're sweating, and it's like it's real salty. Like like when you sweat, you like that.
We've tried pissing in a sauna before. Multiple times.
It's just like wow,
I'm just like,
that was.
get away from me.
Yeah, that was because we were. That was like an hour. How long is the show? 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's like 2 hours. So that was like an hour and a half in the show, and we were watching it, and and I was like, for a second, I'm like, what am I watching right now? What is this? And it's like this, it's like two people in a sauna, which I don't really want to see anyways, and they're going at it, and I'm just like,
I just couldn't help but feel like the sticky, hot sweat on.
Yeah, especially salty.
Yeah, salty.
And then your lips are all sweaty, and you're like, is that spit or is that sweat? And it's just like kind of I was thinking about the camera guy in there probably dripping and then watching these people like this.
Sauna's like the place we want to be far away from people as possible.
Yeah.
So I give them credit for going for it. I mean, the passion must have been.
I know.
Oh, they went for it. I mean, they're you get horny. You get horny on that show. I mean, it's just like you're
we had a lot of sexual tension.
I know. It's all about the sexual tension, which is really fun. That's what's so fun about it is like you really don't have a choice to like satisfy that urge, really.
Yeah. No, exactly. Because you're being filmed 24/7, and so I mean, when Joe and I were on Paradise, we didn't do anything physical besides kiss. So we were just kind of like, this is hard. It's difficult.
It was hard.
Okay, well, that was too good to not end on. So bye, guys. We'll see you next week. For all things Bachelorette, make sure to head over to Access Online, and if you like this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe.
If you love that video, you're going to love everything on the Access YouTube channel. So hit the subscribe button. You can thank me later. Hit it. Now. Thanks.